What's up, guys? Yesterday was the first time riding my Kawasaki Bayou 300. I've been riding it around my house and the neighborhood, but I finally took it to an ATV park out to Bogs and Boulders. Had a great time. I'll throw in a couple clips from that trip. Feel free to check out that whole video if you want to see how the bounty hole went. It was their first bounty hole. I'm not sure if their first ever or just first for the year, but 2020 Bogs and Boulders bounty hole event was a great time. And you can see how the Kawasaki did and all my buddies' Can-Ams and everything and Hondas. So right now I'm about to go get it from my buddy's house because we didn't want to unload everything at 1 o'clock in the morning last night. So I just want to talk a little bit about how I get that little 300cc four-wheeler into my 10-inch lifted truck on 40s. How bad's the damage? Whew. They don't look too bad. No. How long have you been washing them? You already got that one all cleaned up?
An hour, yeah.
Man.
Pressure wash.
You didn't break anything, did you?
No, not this time.
That was a good trip then. Well, maybe we didn't go hard enough, I guess.
I don't know about that.
Oh man, cleaned up pretty good. I can't believe that one hole I went in on accident and you got stuck in trying to save me.
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than it looks.
Yeah, it was. So you said this was been on your New Year's ride and you cracked it. What quad was this on? Or was it on the side by side? It was on this one? Yeah, I figured it was about the right size.
That's why this one's nice and shiny.
Oh yeah. Dang. Yeah, a little before and after action. That's not good. How'd you bend that? What'd you hit?
I think it was already like previously weak, just from like all the holes me and my brother were hitting.
Yeah.
Cause like, I don't know.
It's crazy.
I heard like it like popped, and it probably bent, and then that's when probably the metal break probably what hurt pop, and then I went to pull forward, and my tires were bow-legged.
I'm gonna go see how mine's looking in the daylight now. See how muddy we got it. The aftermath. There's definitely nothing tore up too bad, but it is pretty muddy, and we bent the bars when I flipped it. Oh yeah, still got some empties on there too. Man, this thing is caked. This is gonna be fun. Dang, yeah, this guy I bought this thing from had a garage kept and hardly ever sent it that hard. I don't think this thing's been used and abused this much in 15 years that it's been around. Yeah, there's my GoPro mount all broke up. Can't even tell. That was a brand new mount, never been dirty before. Let's see if we can't get this thing loaded up. Halfway there. So you can see our setup here. Basically, we got the trailer with the ramp up onto the truck just to make it less steep for this little, I think it's like a 6-foot ramp. Truck sits like about 6 feet off the ground, tailgate, so it's just not quite 6 feet. What is that, 4.5? Either way, it's too steep to just put it on the ground. So this is our setup. We'll get it up in there, and then I'll show you how I get it out when I get to the house, because I won't have a trailer there to help me out. You can see Dylan's Honda is just about as muddy as the rest of us. It's good looking. Oh, thanks. Nice and noisy for the video. Good looking Honda Foreman. How they should be, nice and muddy. His is automatic though and has all these buttons. I know you can do ES, but I think I'm more of a foot shift kind of guy. What's y'all's opinion on that? He's got power steering, I think, too. Do y'all think the simple is better, or you like all the bells and whistles on your four-wheeler? This is the setup I've been using at my house. I just back up perpendicular to the driveway, and that cuts the height just about in half. Makes it a lot easier to unload. Now, obviously, a easy solution to this lifted truck problem is just longer ramps. But since these little short ones came with the four-wheeler for free, I've just been making them work. I may end up getting some longer ones eventually, but it's a slight inconvenience. But I usually don't even take my truck when we go to mud parks because my buddy Travis has a trailer and he always drives everybody, so it hasn't really been that big of a deal. I've only had to load it maybe once or twice. So this is what I've been doing for my lifted truck to get my four-wheeler in and out. Let's get it off the truck and cleaned up. Definitely caked on there. See how well we can get her cleaned up with the pressure washer. Just pulled up in the Danger Ranger with the old Foreman. Guess we'll have to clean this thing up too. This is what unloading a four-wheeler usually looks like. Normal size truck, actually a little small. Same size ramps I have. Nice and easy. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go, but when your truck's this high, you gotta improvise. His looks about brand new again. I think I'm gonna keep trying to wash mine. Hopefully it'll take a couple years off of it. But I think no matter what I do, it's still gonna look 15 years old. But we got most of it off. I think he's gonna go home and clean it up the rest of the way. But it's about time to go watch the Super Bowl. So we'll try to hurry this up. I think that's as clean as it's gonna get. Doesn't look any newer, but it's a lot cleaner than it was. And she really cleans up nice. I wish it would stay this shiny all the time as when it's wet. Maybe if I actually took the time to shine it up. But I think that's going to do it. We got them cleaned up. That's how you load a little four-wheeler in a big truck or a big four-wheeler in a little truck. And we had a good time. Make sure you check out our video from Bogs and Boulders that I just put up from yesterday. That was their bounty hole event. Thank y'all so much for watching. I had a fun time out there. Didn't break anything except my little GoPro mount, but I had spare, so we're good there. Thanks a lot. Make sure you check out my Instagram, GRAPPAHOLICS.